I hope you are doing great. Before we start, I want to tell you something. I got a feedback saying that why do I always use the same punchline? Saying, good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are doing fine. Now you tell me, isn't it good to greet someone with a good morning wish and ask for their health? We do it, right? Good morning or hello, how are you? And because we are not able to meet each other due to this pandemic, so I believe you people staying at home are doing fine. That's the reason I use this caption. If you want to change, if you want me to change my greeting style, please suggest me some others greeting wishes for you all to my number, and I'll change it according to whatever you ask me to do, children. Okay, so as of now, let us start reading about these beautiful creatures of the nature, bird. And let us continue to read and continue our chapter. Yes, children, in our last class, we saw about tuk-tuk, correct? What is tuk-tuk? It is a sound made by the barbet for making its nest when it makes a hole in the tree. Now let us continue today. We have the sunbird is also a very unique bird in its nest making skills. It makes a nest that hangs from the branch of the small tree or a bush. It uses plants, fibers, grasses, spider web and feathers for making its nest. You can see this is a yellow sunbird, and you can see at the right side saying the bird makes its nest which is hanging from the small branches. These birds makes a nest that hangs from the branches of the tree. It makes a hanging nest which is attached to the branches of the small trees, and to make the nest, sunbird uses fibers, grasses, spider webs. You have seen the spider, right? They make webs and also it pulls out that webs, and feathers for making its nest. Why? It makes it so comfortable and cozy for itself. See, in the case of weaver birds, it is a male who weaves the nest. In case of weaver birds, it's the male who weaves the nest. In the sense, children, when it comes to sunbird we are called also as the weaver birds. So, who builds a nest? It is the male. It is a male bird which builds the nest in the, what do you say, weaver birds. So, and what does the female do? Very interesting thing. The male birds weaves the nest, correct? They weave it so beautifully in different shapes. Then these female birds, what they do, they choose the nest wherever they feel the comfortable. See, this bird is trying to decide which is a comfortable nest, and it will go and decide over there. Penguins live in very cold place. It is difficult to find twigs, grasses or straws in such places. So what do? Penguins therefore collect some stones and pebbles to make their nest. So children, you know it very, very well, right? In the snow area, where do penguins live? They live in the snowy area, right? So in full cold place. So we don't have much, we don't have trees over there, correct? Then from where we will be able to find twigs and grasses, straws to make the nest. But even these penguins needs nest to stay, correct? So what do? They make their nest using the stones. So they start collecting the stones and then they build their nest using the stones and the pebbles which are found in those regions. Do you know one thing? Now what is that? Koel sings very sweetly, correct? Koel sweets, koel. We have heard this cuckoo sounds coming out from our gardens and parks, right? Who makes it? It is a koel which makes it, right? Koel does not make it nest, you know, children? Koel do sing very nicely. It's a very sweet voiced bird, but it never makes its nest. It lays its eggs in the crow's nest. So what does this koel do? She will put she will put her eggs in the nest of the crow. Crow builds the nest on the top of the branches, right? So it gives an egg over there, and the crow hatches them along with their own eggs. So what does crow does? Crow doesn't know whether it is her egg or koel's egg. So it will hatch the eggs and it will feed the koel's baby with all her babies also. Birds make a nest. They lay the eggs to raise the young ones in the nest. During the process of laying the eggs and raising young ones, see children, why do birds build the nest? We have studied right earlier. They build the nest because they want to stay there, protect themselves from other different climates and all, and mainly for laying the eggs and raising their baby young ones, right? They want to lay egg, they hatch it, and the babies come out of it, and the babies can stay in the nest until they are able to fly off and build their own homes. Birds have to protect the young ones from various animals like cat, rat, and other large birds. Why do I said you saying that they build a nest on the trees high branches, correct? Why do they do it? Because these eggs and young baby birds, they are usually eaten up by other bigger birds and or cats, rats, and other animals which they feed on other animals, right? Those carnivorous, omnivorous animals which they eat other animals. If they see the eggs and the baby birds, they try to eat them up. That's the reason these birds, they make the nest in the tree high branches so that the other bird, it is hidden from other birds so that other birds cannot see the nest because it is under the tree, correct? The trees are covered with leaves and also it gets covered and it is not visible to other bigger birds. Plus the other animals which are omnivorous and carnivorous animals which eat other animals, they cannot climb, they shouldn't climb the tree and catch those young baby birds. So these birds have, they're always busy in protecting their baby birds. At times, some animals break the nest of the birds. Thus, birds have a challenging job to protect their young ones and their eggs. Correct, children? See, the bird has to first build the nest. It takes so much of time for them to build the nest because they don't have hands and legs. With their beaks only, they weave it, different kinds of nest. Then they lay egg inside that. Plus, they have to protect that eggs, and when they hatch, when the eggs hatch, baby birds come out of it, the young ones are coming out of it, correct? And then until the birds are able to fly off, the mother bird, it protects its babies inside the nest. And from whom all it has to protect? It has to protect them from different climate, then other birds, then other animals, so that they don't eat them up. See, they have so much of challenging jobs. Children, we should never disturb the birds or break their nest. We should rather love them and take care of them. See, animals are also like us, correct? In the sense, they are also beings, they are also living beings, correct? They also have life, they also get babies. So whenever they are putting so much of efforts to build a nest, give birth to baby birds and everything, so we should not harm any other animals and birds, correct? Rather, if you get a chance, please take care of them. And whenever you see any bird's nest or any birds injured or something, please do take care of them. It is all about humanity. Correct? This is enough until today. We have a last topic left out. I will be recording about it for tomorrow, and then we will finish this chapter. I am enjoying this chapter and learning about these beautiful birds. It's amazing. I hope you all are also enjoying. Please read the chapter with me after seeing these videos. Until then, bye-bye.